basically seeing a lot of clients that are using insurance. I am recognizing that insurance, you cannot depend on it.
That way you aren't falling into the trap, which you're in here, of trading time for money. You don't want to do that.
So that would be my next question. To put this plan into place, what marketing tips would you give to get the clients I need for the coaching program?
Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low.
Hey guys, it's Ashley Kirkwood back with another coaching episode on the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast. I'm so excited about this episode. It's going to be so good. We have with us LaShonda. LaShonda, welcome to the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm glad you're here. So tell the Speak Your Way to Cash audience about your business and what it is that you do.
Yes, so I am LaShonda Lane Gamble. I am a licensed professional counselor. I am the CEO of Dreams and Visions, which is a group practice that provides mental health counseling.
Nice. Is there any specialty, or is it all types of mental health counseling?
So it is all types, but each individual therapist has their own specialty. So mine would be grief, but each therapist has areas that they focus in on.
I love that. And then what is your biggest business challenge that you're working through right now?
Oh my goodness. I wasn't even really sure where to start. So I have just started really following you. I read your book. And I would say the biggest thing is trying to figure out how to transition into corporate clients. That's not something that we've done before. And so I'm trying to get that process started.
Okay. And what did your private practice, is it doing well right now?
Yeah, so we are basically seeing a lot of clients that are using insurance. I am recognizing that insurance, you cannot depend on it, right? And so I want to make sure that we're moving away, maybe moving to more individual clients that do cash pay, and then also starting to add those corporate packages so that we have larger contracts coming in.
And do you do any life coaching?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And those are all private pay?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
So then that's something too, is like, I've worked with a lot of therapists, and one of the things is like, you all are bound by ethical rules about how much you can charge, which I think is ridiculous, but you know, can't fight the ethics board. So I think that's ridiculous personally, but I know that it caps your income. So a lot of therapists do get into life coaching and wellness services for corporations. So have you done any paid speaking at all?
Yes. If I told you the rate though, you might fight me a little bit.
Tell me the rate.
So probably $500 and a lot of free speaking engagement.
And what type of organization was that for $500?
The 500 was, oh my goodness, a conference. I can't even think of the name of the conference.
Okay, but it was was it a corporate conference or was
yes.
it? Okay. Oh, okay. Interesting. So yeah, so was it a breakout or was it a keynote?
Keynote. Well, I wouldn't say it was a keynote. I was kind of thrown in between speakers to talk about mental health.
Okay, awesome. All right, cool. So let's get into it. So I'll go to the whiteboard and we'll map it out. So basically, your goal is to, how much in speaking fees would you like to attract in 2025?
So my goal overall is at least $1 million in revenue.
Okay, and then, all right, cool. So you have $1 million in revenue. And how much does your practice bring in?
$200,000.
Okay. What's your profit margin?
I am not even 100% sure.
Okay, so you'll want to look into like of the 200,000, how much you're keeping, because I know with therapists sometimes you're paying.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's pretty high. It could be lower profit margins because of how much you all pay your therapists. So that's something to look into too, and that's probably why getting into the life coaching and maybe the group coaching would be way more favorable on your profit margins. But okay, we want to look at the profit margins. But all right, you have 200,000, so your gap is about 800,000. And how many therapists do you have working for you now?
3.
Okay, and do you know how much each of them brings in?
Yes, but not off the top of my head.
Okay, so I would look at that too and see, like, of the 3 therapists that we have now, what is our capacity? So you have 3 therapists, and do you still take clients?
Yes, I still see clients as well.
So you have 4 practitioners. I'm totally gonna butcher that word, but you'd want to know, like, if everyone was at full capacity, how much should each of you be bringing in?
Okay.
And then that'll tell you whether or not, with what you have now in your practice, you can reach this goal. Because
I'm pretty sure we can't.
Okay. Awesome. So you want to know what their capacity is, like, and then you want them to know, like, right now, all of you are at 25% capacity, 50% capacity, 100% capacity. So I want you to think about your practice like it's a hotel.
Okay.
Right? And it's like every week there's a certain amount of rooms we need to fill in this hotel. If we don't fill it, if it's only half filled, then we're at what? 50%.
Right.
So you want to know, but the lights still got to be paid, the team still got to be paid. So you want to know week to week, who are your top performers?
Okay.
Who's at the best capacity? And then we want to get all of them at full capacity.
Okay.
So that your practice does at least the max that it can do before you bring on new people. And then you'll learn too, okay, well, this person has this specialty, it's doing really well. They're always at 80 capacity. Maybe the next person I bring in can do that practice area.
Okay.
So that'll give you some good data on your firm. The second piece of this is going to be like life coaching. And what do you charge for that?
$150 per session.
Okay. All right. Okay. And right now, you said you just found me, just found the book. So you didn't come to Black Women Tell Live, right?
I did.
You did?
That's why I feel like I know you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, great. So Black Women Tell Live was dope. And you're not in the mastermind?
No, I'm
Not yet. Okay. I'll say yet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a lot of people who do life coaching, and I was just talking to someone in the mastermind that does life coaching. Life coaching can very easily become like therapy's little sister, where you're just charging these low rates for no reason, but you don't have to. So in life coaching, instead of charging by the hour and charging by session, which is the same way you charge down here, you want to just charge for coaching packages, where it's like you get up to 5 hours of coaching for $2,500.
Okay.
Or $3,500. And you may have a $25,000, a $5,000, and a $10,000 package where you work with people for 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days. That's a really simple way to look at it. And within that, they can also get a back-end portal, and they can get Voxer access to you in between.
Okay.
For that time period.
Got it.
That way you aren't falling into the trap, which you're in here, of trading time for money, one-to-one. You don't want to do that. So I would redo these packages so that you have a $2,500 package, a $5,000 package, and then at least a $7,500 package. And they're all based on days. Like it could be 30, 60, and 90. And within the $2,500 package, they can get 2 calls with you per month, or you can even do 4 calls. It doesn't really matter, like however you want to set it up. But they can book up to 2 calls. But it's not like you're being paid per call, because they're going to join a program. In the program, they can book up to 2 calls.
Understood. Okay, so let me tell you this piece too.
Yeah.
I have a life coaching program where I train life coaches, right?
Oh, nice. And how much is that? Do you certify them?
Yes.
Okay, and how much is that?
It was at $1,600, and I know you're gonna fight me because it's a 16-week.
16 weeks?
I know.
Dang,
So
that's a good deal. Y'all better book it now. Book it now before she learns better.
Yeah, so I already learned better. I told you at Black Women Sales Live, I came back and I recognized like we have to change something.
That event was fire. Y'all better not miss that event in 2026.
Yeah,
that event was everything. Okay.
Amazing.
So for your personal packages, I would go here. For your certification, I would not charge less than $4,000.
Okay.
That's the lowest that I would go. And I'd really make it a $5,000 program, if not more. And I would have levels. I would have $5,000 is just to get certified in life coaching and learn the modalities and learn the skills. $10,000 is to learn the modalities and the business. And if you don't, if you're like, hey, I don't have a way to teach them the business side, then just hire someone or partner with someone on that.
Okay.
Right? Because it could even be like, we have the Picture Way to Cash membership. We could do something where it's like you pay a bulk rate for people who join, they get a certain membership rate, and they get the sales training that we already have, and you just license it from us. Like that's one option. So you don't have to have everything that you sell. You can partner with people who know that side of it, and then you make more money, you know what I mean? And then it's better for everybody.
Okay.
So they get that, and they can ask you questions about you because you've grown a multi-6-figure business. So you understand hiring, you understand the pricing for this model. So, you teach them what you know, right?
Right.
And so you have your life coaching. I would have those 2 levels. One is just the certification. One is the certification plus the back end, like how to set up your business, right? Which you've done. You've already set up a successful business. So you teach them that. And that will be the 2 levels of the certification, so 5 and 10, which would help you out a lot. And when thinking about annual planning, if you go with this over here, you can say, okay, my goal is $1 million. Let's say we get the practice to $500,000 and we get this side to $500,000. Then it's like, all right, how many of these packages would I have to sell in order to hit those goals? And how many do I think I could sell? And then you have your certification at 5,000 and you have a certification at 10,000. So at the $10,000 certification, if you sold 100 of those, I'm pretty sure that would be the $1 million, right? Is that right? 10,000, 100?
10,
I feel like, yeah. Yeah, so I did math.
Just made it really easy.
Yeah, so if you sold like 100 of those, let's say you sold 50 of these at the $10,000, and that's $500,000. Then if you sold, let's say you sold 50 of these up here at 5,000, then what would that be? So if you sold 50 at 10,000, that's $500,000. If you sold 50 of these, that's $250,000. And then you have your individual coaching sessions. If you are sitting at home and you are watching my episodes on this YouTube channel and you're like, ooh, I wonder what it would be like to experience her in person, then you need to be at Speak Your Way to Cash Live. Get on the wait list now, y'all. Tickets are dropping soon, and I want to make sure that everybody in our YouTube family is in the building. Our events are spectacular. This is our 9th Speak Your Way to Cash Live. Do you know how good an event has to be for you to get to number 9? Really, really good. We started these events in 2019. Lives have always been changed from these events. And importantly, people learn the sales, the marketing, and the operations behind building an expert-based business. Whether you want to get paid to speak, whether you want to use speaking as a sales tool, or whether you're just an expert looking to explore landing larger clients on a consistent basis, you're going to learn how to use your voice to do just that. So join us for 3 days in Atlanta, Georgia at Speak Your Way to Cash Live. Get on the wait list now, y'all. The theme for this year is Olympic level cash leads. What? It is such a fire theme. We want to make sure you're in the building, but tickets move fast for these events, y'all. So get on the wait list now so you don't miss your chance to be at Speak Your Way to Cash Live 2025 in Atlanta, Georgia. See you there. The thing about it is, honestly, what you could do is focus on the certifications, because that's one-to-many, and then you wouldn't have to do so much of the one-to-one work, which is probably what you want to get out of in the practice anyways. So if you did that, you could just get your practice to $250,000, and then that's your $1 million year. So just raise the practice $50,000 either through these therapists or you hire someone else, but you optimize where they're at, and then you make $750,000 over here with this.
Awesome.
And that would be your $1 million plan. And the certification is great because everyone wants to get certified, especially other therapists. That would be a great market, is like certifying therapists as life coaches so they know how to set it up. Because there's different ethical rules. There are still ethical rules with coaching, but they are not price bound. They're more so the way you market. Like a lot of the rules are about what you can and can't say in marketing.
Okay.
So there's still rules. You'd have to learn those, but it's not the same game per se. And it could really be helpful. And I think therapists they can be great clients.
Awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's how. Any questions about this?
No, I'm just, so you mentioned marketing, and that is just like not my area of expertise. So that would be my next question: to put this plan into place, what marketing tips would you give to get the clients I need for the coaching program?
Yeah, you'd have to launch. So you'd have to launch. And one of the things about marketing is, well, there's marketing and then there's sales. So marketing will attract people to you. That should get you leads. Sales is how you convert them into customers. So with marketing, I would do a launch. And there's a lot of different launch vehicles that you can choose. You can choose a webinar, which is like, hey, I'm gonna have all these people come to Zoom. I would make this very easy. I wouldn't get into fancy landing pages and all of that. You could do a webinar with just Zoom. Like they register, they give you their name, their email, you put a nice little graphic on there, and then that's Zoom. You can use Eventbrite. Like these are low tech ways to do webinars, but you could do a webinar, and that webinar could be how to get out of doing one-on-one therapy, how to get out of your one-on-one therapy practice without drastically decreasing your revenue. And you're like, the new solution that all therapists should be looking into is life coaching, and you explain to them the opportunity. Like right now, as a therapist, you can't charge more than the geographical area permits under ethical rules. As a life coach, you aren't barred by what you can charge. As a therapist, you can't just put everybody in a group without ethical considerations. Like there are ways to do that, but there are lots of ethical considerations. As a life coach, you don't have those same ethical considerations, and you can serve people one to many. And then you just break down the opportunity, and then you say, like, what if I had a way to help you guys to become certified in this new opportunity and do it ethically, do it right, and launch without the stress of not knowing what to do next? Would you like that? And we're like, yeah, oh, that'd be great. Okay, awesome. Well, I'd love to certify you. And then you sell them on the certification. Give them all the things they're gonna get, tell them it's a 16-week program, etc. But you would do this in a webinar format. Now, how do you get people on the webinar? There's a lot of different ways. Like one is content. And the content needs to be good. You cannot just go on Fiverr, hire someone and be like, put up some stuff every day. That's not gonna work. It never works. People do it all the time, it never works. Like the content has to be really good. I think a lot of the content should be you speaking.
Okay.
And it should be literally like you being like, man, I remember being so happy when I graduated with my, what degree do you have?
I have a PhD in counseling and psychological studies.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you have, so therapy practice is one of those practices that's very strange because not everyone, it's vastly different qualifications. Like some people be like, I was 2 years in my social work school. Other people be like, I am actually a neuroscientist. So it's like some are medical doctors, some are not. So you're gonna have to talk about that. Like, hey, I actually have a doctorate in this. Like I worked for 7+ years to get this. Yeah. And I knew this was gonna be the thing that would make my family go up. I knew it's gonna change our financial future. And now I'm in it and I honestly feel bogged down. My profit margins aren't where they need to be. And I had to come up with another solution. And I discovered life coaching. And you don't need to have a degree for it. You don't need to have this. You don't need to have that. And I thought that kind of made me look down on it a little bit. Like I worked all this way. I'm not about to be no life coach. But then I started realizing the financial opportunity and was like, man, this is what I thought it would be like on this side, but it's not. So it's gonna have to be content that connects with the pain that they're going through to get them to be like, okay, I'm gonna come and listen.
And that was my real story.
Yeah, so there you go. So use that word for word, okay? So you're gonna do content and you're gonna have to post consistently, at least one time a day, but normally 1 to 3 times a day, different formats. Okay. So maybe it's a reel, maybe it's a carousel, maybe it's in your stories, and you're gonna want them to comment or register via the link in your bio, or use something like a ManyChat where if they comment a certain keyword, it automatically sends them what they need to register. So you have content. Then you have paid ads. Now, I know someone, I have a friend, his name is Abu Fawana. He has a course called Power Your Launch. It's really good for paid advertising. Okay. I'll post the link to that course under this video so you all can buy it. It is my referral link, just so y'all know, because you're actually supposed to tell people that. So it is my referral link, but I'm gonna post it for y'all. So he has a paid ads course. You can also go on YouTube and just look up setting up paid ads in 2025. But paid ads on Facebook, that's gonna get you leads. You're gonna need that to fill your webinar. The third thing is gonna be email marketing. Do you have an email list?
Yes, it needs help though.
How many are on it?
It's probably about 200.
Okay, awesome. So you have 200 people on your email list. Do you have any phone numbers?
We just started collecting phone numbers at the Black Women Sell Live.
Okay, awesome. Yes, Black Women Sell Live, brand new. Now we got phone numbers, we got emails, we got everything. Okay, cool. So you're gonna start texting people on your email list, and every time you post content, it is to grow your email list and your text list. Make sure when you get their phone numbers, you do whatever disclaimers are legally required. Like, if I collect this number, I'm gonna message you about this. So that's gonna be kind of how I would set this up, so that you are getting people into your webinar. So all of your content for 3 weeks minimum needs to be pushing people to this webinar. Okay. So you're getting them excited about it, you're talking about it every day, and you're filling that webinar. And then on that webinar, you're going to do a pitch for your offer. Now we're doing something called Millions from the Stage in February, and it actually teaches you how to pitch one to many so that you get a lot of people to buy at one time. Okay. So like how to do what you saw at Black Women Sell Live. Did you see me pitch?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So like you will do a pitch like that on this webinar and get people to buy. And we have a program that teaches you how to do that called Millions from the Stage. Okay. So I'd recommend that. And it's in Atlanta. You're local?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you should definitely come to that. So you can pitch that offer there. And yeah, that's how you'll do it in marketing. Okay. Yeah. So marketing, do your webinar, and then you'll do it consistently to get more clients in, and you'll optimize it. The first time you do it, it may not be the best. It may be the best. You don't know. But whatever it is, you have to do it again and again and again. A mentor of mine told me do it at least 3 times.
Okay.
and then change. So like do it, optimize each time, but don't give up on webinars until you've done them at least 3 times in a row to get better at it.
Got it.
That's awesome.
Excited.
Okay, so let everyone know, like, how can they find you? Where can they learn more about you?
Yes, so you can follow me on social media at Dreams and Visions ATL, and then also Heal with Dr. LaShonda on all platforms. And then our website is dreamsandvisionsatl.com.
Love that, love that, love that. All right, guys, so you heard it here first. This was an amazing episode. I know y'all got notes. Let me know in the comments if you have notes. If you have questions, put them in the comments. I read every comment. Subscribe, and if this video was good, share it with at least 3 people and comment 3 below so I can thank you for sharing it. We do this for free. Like, this is a free platform. So for us to give you this great info, all we ask is that you help us let YouTube pay us. You know what I'm saying? So you can keep your, you know what I mean? But like, share the video, all right? So I'll see you guys there. And we do have a program called Millions from the Stage. We're releasing those tickets soon, and there's only 10 spots total. We're releasing those tickets soon. So I wanna make sure if you wanna come, you go to millionsfromthestage.com and get in if there are any tickets left to get in. See you soon.
Yeah. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. I need energy, need only good people that's around me. All the faith you can give, that's the